He's I think a few years younger than me, but in good shape. So he and his wife are in that category of they don't have any, major physical ailments. But I know Tim cares about helping other people, and he and his wife have some extensive marketing experience. So it'll be good for him to get the the understanding here. And you're exactly right. There is some incredible money here, but the main thing is product. Always product, product, product. And once people believe in the product, then let's go out and spread the word, which is the right thing to do. And then let's go ahead and make some money. So I think if we approach it, and Wilson, you do a wonderful job of leading from that direction.
Yeah.
And when I get off track and start talking too much money, just slap me upside the head, would you, and say, get back over here.
Yeah, for me, I have to agree with you, but like I've looked at different approaches for LifeWave, and all over the world, people do it differently. And there's people that just talk product and then they talk business later. Me personally, I found that if I plant the seed at the end very quickly, the people who are network orientated or has a reach, the light bulb will go on. For me, the product is so good that that is my primary focus when it comes to talking about LifeWave. Every person that gets exposed to this, I want them to get patched. That's my only intention because the power of it is incredible. So I think we should just get started. If more people join, great. I have opened it up to my team, but I know most of the people are working, but at least we can start covering Australia, which is great. Clint, I would actually like you to tell your story quickly because
Okay.
it took a bit longer for you to get results, but when it happened, it was quite wow. You got a hold of me, and I was like, "Yeah, that's incredible." I was waiting for that moment when you said, "Okay, come, let's go now." And it was a bit of a process, so maybe just lead with that, and then I'll get started.
Well, I think that's a really good idea because, guys, when Wilson starts talking and having his family testimonial and friend testimonial, they're really kind of incredible, and I have to be honest, almost unbelievable. And so I want people to know that it does take a while sometimes for some people, and our goal is to help people get patched and get patched for life. And
Yeah.
so my story starts back in, I joined and grabbed a spot in binary in November, December, and then, through the holidays and then begin getting patched early in February. And I take, as you can tell, those of you that know me, I'm the walking guy. I take a lot of pride in it. I think walking is probably the elixir of life. I walk 5 miles a day, 6 or 7 days a week, and it's my identity. And I'd been having some pain in my knees from arthritis and my back from previous injuries. And it would get so bad sometimes that I'd have to either stop my walk and come home, or it was excruciating pain and I would just get it out. Because for me, if I couldn't walk, that was one step in the grave. Okay. And I know I shouldn't be like that, but that's just my mentality. And so I began patching, and, I saw some results, but not much. And I didn't know. But then about 6 weeks to 2 months ago, it was like I'd get home, I'd go, wow, it wasn't as painful this time. And over basically the last couple of months, I am at about an 85 to 90% pain free. Is there still some pain there? Yeah. Okay. We're talking about arthritis. We're talking about injuries from car accidents in my back, but it's incredible. And I'm a skeptical person. And so I don't want to drag this on, but I have first person testimony, and I know there's people out there with Brian's got some health issues. We've got another friend whose wife has terrible health issues, and my little back and knee problem is no big thing. But like you like to say, Wilson, if it's helping on things like this, we can identify. If it's helping scars or hair growth, imagine what it's doing to your internal organs.
Yeah.
So I'm a happy camper. I'll turn it back to you.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think that's a great story because what we're actually doing with this technology all it's doing is waking and mobilizing the stem cells that's already in the blood. And in some cases, it takes a bit of time. With Clint, it took a bit of time. But the dramatic difference over the long term has been profound just with him. And where this all started for me was 18 months ago. My very good friend Chris Hutting presented LifeWave to me. And when I first looked at this, I kind of laughed at him because I was like, buddy, this is a patch. Come now, what can this do? And his brain fog went away in 5 days. And I was like, what? Like 5 days? I was like, come, let me go dig a bit deeper. He's like, you're a ninja online. Go do some research. Now, I wanted to patch my mom. There's nothing wrong with me. I wanted to test it on somebody, and my mom had really bad back pain at that stage. So what I did was I researched for a week, like intensely, and I came to the conclusion that it's either going to work quickly or it's going to take time, but there's very little risk in trying. Now, at that stage, my mom had a cushion in between her L4, L5 vertebra, busy disintegrating in a debilitating pain, can't function at all. And I was like, let's put this product to the test. I get to her in Cape Town. I live in Johannesburg in South Africa. And I explained to her quickly the technology. I mean, I basically told her it's like a new generation paint patch. Let's see what it's going to do. I stick the patch right there where her pain was on her back, there, where the cushion's disintegrating, and I left her. It was about 45 minutes, and she came into the room where I was sitting, white in the face. She's like, my pain's gone. What is this stuff? I kind of looked at her and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, you couldn't function. All of a sudden, there's no pain. She's like, look, yeah, I'm mobile. And that sort of kicked the door open. And at that point, I didn't really know the power of this little patch. And I have to say, it's 18 months later working with it. And every week, my mouth just hangs open to see what it's doing for people that's sticking with it. So just to get started right there, you guys can see my screen properly. Let me just get this maxed out. And I'm just going to close the video here because that like distracts me a little. So all this patch is going to do, it's going to elevate, activate, and regenerate your body's own stem cells. And it does it completely naturally without any drugs or medication. It can't react towards medication because nothing's going through the liver or the kidney. So why is stem cells important? So the New England Journal of Medicine has stated the number one indicator of wellness is directly correlated to the number of stem cells in the bloodstream. Now, stem cells are cells with the potential to develop into any kind of cell needed, and they have this incredible ability to heal and repair any organ or tissue. Look at the stem cell as a blank cell, and it's literally going to go to where the problem is and start fixing the cause of issues. And that's why we see such diverse results for many different serious conditions. Just on that note, this patch doesn't heal you. It's not the cure for anything. This is like a firmware upgrade for the brain, and then the body starts doing its thing like it was designed to do. So why the X39 stem cell activation patch? So the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. I think any person over the age of 45 is experiencing this. You get hurt. It takes a bit longer to heal from it. Over the age of 60, even more. And it's directly correlated to the number of adult stem cells in the blood. Now, as a teenager, you have about 1 billion. By age 30, this number has dropped to 400 million, which is a 60% reduction. And by age 60, this number has dropped to 100 million, which is like a 90% reduction. And finally, we have a patch that we can stick on every day, and it's going to start mobilizing those dormant stem cells. And that's super, super exciting. So, how does the X39 work? The basic explanation. Did you know when you walk outside and the sun hits your skin, your body produces vitamin D? So that process is called phototherapy, the short name of it, and it works in exactly the same way. All this patch does, it sends a very specific signal to the brain that then activates a copper peptide in the blood, and that mobilizes the stem cell. It's made from organic nanocrystals and amino acids, and nothing's actually going through the skin It's completely non-transdermal, non-invasive, and it's made from a 3M medical grade adhesive. Now, 1 in 10,000 people have an allergic reaction to the adhesive on band-aids and plasters. If that is the case, you can stick X39 on the inside of your shirt. Doesn't have to be on the skin. It's actually your body heat that activates this process. I really like that because anyone should use it. Now, what will happen when you start activating your body's stem cells? Now, firstly, I told you the rapid pain relief story of my mom. We're seeing it time and time and again, sometimes very, very quickly. In Clint's case, it took a couple of weeks, but the reason for that is because it's really good at going after inflammation. And if we can go after the inflammation, we see the symptom increase, a decrease. And especially in pain, we see a huge reduction in pain over time. It supports wound healing, a big one. Energy and vitality is a big one for me. I start early in the morning, I carry on till late at night, and my energy is sort of at this plateau. It doesn't go high, it doesn't go low. It's just stable, and I love that. It's not this caffeine energy. I can just go all day long, and I love that. Mental clarity, a big one. My business partner, Chris Hutting, his brain fog went away in 5 days. With me, it took a bit longer. It was about 3 weeks. And it's a really big deal. The moment you've got mental clarity, you start making better decisions in your household, your business, and that has amazing ripple effect over time, even for your health. So also enhances sports performance. All athletes should be wearing this technology. It will give you more strength, it will give you more stamina, and what will that do? You can push harder for longer, and when you get stiff, your recovery time will be reduced. So quite incredible, and faster recovery from exercise, and then for the ladies, improved skin appearance. The one thing that's not on here that's been a big one for me is my sleep has improved dramatically. I've never had a sleeping problem, but I'm sleeping a lot deeper, and when I wake up with a bang. There's no lag, and I love that. How to wear X39? You wear X39 for 12 hours off, 12 hours on, 12 hours on, 12 hours off to repair and rejuvenate. I literally wear my X39 first thing in the morning. 10 to 12 hours later, I take it off. The repair and rejuvenation actually happens in the resting period. So you want to get into a rhythm by just sticking a new one on every day. You put on a new patch and repeat. The reason for that is we wake up a couple thousand stem cells every day, and that has a compounding effect. So getting into a rhythm and being consistent is very important. You can wear more than one patch at a time. Just remember to drink plenty of water. Most people don't hydrate enough. And that's very important. Make sure you drink a good quality water. You can also add electrolytes to your diet. That also helps with the communication of the patch. Um, and then also any moderate exercise could also help. Regarding placements with X39, so they've done testing in two places. It's literally in the base of the neck and 3 fingers below the belly button. But in my mom's case, I stuck it on her back there where the pain was. So if you've got a hurt knee, you can stick it on the knee, and the same with your elbow or your back. Um, so the long-term results of X39, within the first few days, your 4,000 genes begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced, and we see decreased symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and depression. And I really love it that we're seeing results for those mental conditions. That's definitely a world first. Within 3 months, we're seeing the collagen increase, decrease wrinkles in hair growth, increases the structural integrity of both skeletal and muscular systems. And the big one here, within 6 months, we see the heart reversing age. Now, in a recent study, 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by an average of 8 years after just 6 months of using X39. It's not anti-aging, it's age reversing by CEO and inventor of LifeWave. And when I saw that heart reversing age, I was like, yeah, right. Your heart never stops beating. To get your heart to function younger, that's a very tough task. And in about August last year, I saw this incredible testimony come in. This was a lady, she still got heart conditions, but I want to show you the improvement. This was as she got to the cardiologist. They took a scan on her heart. You can see the red. It's inflamed properly. Heart's not happy. This was after about 2.5 months. I'm not going to read the whole report. We can send this on to you. And just look at that reduction in inflammation, slowly but surely getting there. And this was after 5 months. And just look at that. I mean, yes, there is still some inflammation there, but when I looked at that, I was like, wow, if it can do that to your heart, it really excites me, because so all your organs will benefit. So there's a minimum 90-day protocol when you want to try X39. David Schmidt advises to use the patches for a minimum of 90 days for optimum results. One thing that I want to add here, if you've got any serious conditions, you need to please add another month for every decade you are old. Some of these conditions took decades to get to where they are, and you can't expect the patch to fix everything in 90 days. Although that is the recommendation, we have seen results in weeks, days, hours, or minutes, or even seconds. Just remember, everyone's body is different. And just remember to drink lots of water. So when I saw this, I was like, wow, this is a brain scan. It's a topography map. This is a 77-year-old woman. She placed X39 at the back of her neck. And look at session one, lots of inflammation in the cell. It's actually so bad the cell is splitting, very little stem cell activity, lack of brain coherence. Session two, just 3 weeks later, just look at that huge turnaround in inflammation. Literally just this little speck of inflammation in the middle of the cell. Improved brain coherence. Look at session three. 6 weeks on X39, complete turnaround. You can actually see the cell is now joining again, seeing that age reversal happening here on the slides. Really love that. Improved stem cell activity and better brain coherence. And what excites me about that is it's also the cells of your heart, your liver, your kidney, all your organs, not just in the brain. And that for me is very, very exciting. Now, I'm going to do some before and after pictures. Just understand that results vary, and this was inflammation reduction within 30 minutes, and it's quite amazing that it was documented. This is a fella, he's back. I mean, just look there. Must be in a lot of pain, and just look at the difference there after 30 minutes. This lady on the right, arthritis, we've seen great results with arthritis, sometimes very quickly. Inflammation reduction, also 30 minutes. And if the pain goes, if the inflammation goes, so does the pain. Inflammation reduction in animals, this was over 8-month period, but I mean, just look at the difference in the coat of the horse, and then look at the inflammation reduction. Amazing that we can also help our furry friends. I love that. If we look at the age reversal side, quite awesome. This lady on the left here, if you look at the bags under her eyes, day one, day 42, slowly but surely going away there. And then look there after a year. Just look at that. Bag's almost completely gone. It looked like she had a facelift, and that's just using X39 for a year. If you look here on the right, this lady's crow's feet went in 45 days. Lucky, that was quite quick. On the right here, if you look here, this lady's eyes, I mean, just look at that. Just seeing the life coming back into her eyes. Look at her skin, and then her neck's tighten up. Bottom left corner, this was early. I mean, 9 weeks. That's happened very quickly. Look at our face is just getting better and better. On the right here, this is over a 5-month period. You can see the mouth started drooping there. And just look there, 5 months later, just straightened out really nicely. And what excites me about these slides, it's also a reflection of what happened inside the body, which is really, really exciting. Vertigo, really tough thing there, a pigmentation of the skin. And look at that guy. Definitely a huge improvement. This is a friend of ours in America. His name's David. His vitiligo is almost like 95% better. He's also been on it for about a year. On the right-hand side, just look at that wound healing. That's in 12 days. Now, normally, that is a good couple weeks before you see that amazing healing there. After 3 months, Bell's palsy, a very tough thing. The face starts spasming, actually very painful. Just look there, 3 months later. Psoriasis, autoimmune condition, quite amazing that we saw that in 10 days. Just know not everybody will see that in 10 days. I think they were lucky. Day one, I mean, just look there. This circulation in the leg, not happy whatsoever 5 days later. And partly reason for that is if you look at this blood slide here at the top, this was a lady, she analyzed the blood before she patched and then 10 minutes afterwards and analyzed again. And look at the difference in the blood. And there's some oxygen in there and it's activating the stem cells in the blood. And that's why we're seeing these diverse results. Quite amazing. Wound healing, a really big thing. Just look there, 21 days. This lady at the top. This fellow on the right had a snowboarding accident. He had a job interview. His mom had some patches. She was like, come, let's patch you. And look at that result there in 5 days. And he's a younger guy as well. I mean, he's still got quite a bit of stem cells. Um, Bottom left corner, this fella had a tumble there, and you can see he's wearing multiple patches. 7 weeks. Look at that turnaround. Almost good as new. Bottom right corner, this was a child that severed his finger in a door. They begged the doctor to sew it back on. And just look at that, 21 days. I mean, to get it from here to there without patches is 3 to 6 months. Hair growth, a really big thing. Look at this fella here, 7 weeks. Nicely filling out there. On the right here, this guy had a big problem. This was over 3 months. Bottom left corner is exciting. This is in 6 weeks. And look how his normal hair color is returning. And it's filling out nicely. Athletes on the patches. So this all started 20 years ago this year with a product called Energy Enhancer. It gives you energy without any stimulants. So through a doctor that knew another doctor, that was the actual doctor for the Olympic swimming team. And they patched all the swimmers, and they actually performed so well that the Olympic Committee thought they were doping, and they actually stripped them of their medals. David Schmidt, the creator of LifeWave, had to fly there and go prove to them that there's nothing in the patches. They tested it, and they were vindicated. And that's where this all started, basically 20 years ago. You'll see Michael Phelps wearing it, Serena Williams, David Beckham, and yeah, Lorenzo Savadori sticks the X39 on his forehead, and he uses the patch for concentration, and I love that. If you look at the supportive products, I just want to make a point here. All you need to do to get started is X39. That's the world's first stem cell activation patch. Um, that's where you get started. If you've got acute conditions, we've got great supportive products. IceWave is a pain product and it is brilliant. They tested it in 5 hospitals in Europe. The doctor said if it had more than a 30% success rate, they'll look at it. They tested it with 150 patients and it had a 97% success rate. And it reduces pain, aches, and pains without side effects and no drugs. Even seeing results for migraines, quite amazing. Glutathione is an immune booster and a very strong antioxidant. And this is a great product. It actually raises the glutathione levels in the body by 300% very quickly. Carnosine is for brain function, memory, and focus. Then Aeon, I really love that patch. It's called our happy patch. It reduces stress and inflammation. I love wearing it with X39. Silent Nights regulates your sleep and increases your melatonin. Energy Enhancer, where this all started, increase energy, fat burning, and endurance. SB6, weight and appetite aids with hormones and digestion. And then at the moment, I'm actually wearing these two. It's like the booster patch for X39, X49, and helps with muscle mass, bone density, and heart health. In America, you guys have access to a lot more products. That's what we can get here. We just got access to Alavida, which is a collagen patch, which is also super exciting, opens a whole other door there. But all you need is X39. Just stay consistent with that, and I think it will surprise you. So just to touch on the testimonies, just on this note, this patch doesn't heal you. It's not a cure for anything. It resets the brain and the body starts doing its thing. And because it's stem cells, we've seen a huge, diverse list of things that this is helpful. Have we cured any of it? By no means. Just know I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. If you've got any serious conditions, always consult the doctor. But just to touch on some of the things that we've seen conditions for, eyesight vision, a really big one. I mean, you saw the life coming back into those ladies' eyes in the pictures I just shared. Thyroid issues, sciatica. There's things on here, I can't even pronounce it. I'll have to go Google it. Bladder, anything lung related, kidney related, lung related. bone healing, shingles been sticking its head out, cystic pandemic, cerebral palsy. I mean, the list just goes on and on. And if we don't have a testimony for a condition, we still tell people to try it for 90 days. And it's why this list is growing. At the moment, it's over 150 categories. Arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, amazing, osteoarthritis, Alzheimer's, dementia, autism, scoliosis. I mean, it doesn't stop. Um, if we can just get a 10 or 15% improvement on some of these conditions, at least it's going in the right way. And that for me is very, very exciting. And my heart is, I know there's people that you know in your inner circle that's got some of these problems, and we've got a solution with our drugs and medication. So if you look at this website, I really love it. It's called thisitinfo.com. Everything you want to know about X39, it's in there. The clinical trials, the patents, the story of X39. This took 10 years to develop and to secure the patents. It cost $4.5 million to bring to market. Everything you're looking for is in there, and it's really nicely laid out. Also, some great testimonies of medical professionals that's using it and their results. Bottom left corner, you see there's a flag. If you have friends overseas, they can click on the flag and the country they're in, and it will translate it automatically. So what are the prices? One sleeve of X39 is 30 patches. You wear one every day. Just know you need to add your country tax and delivery, dependent on where you are. We just need to compare apples with apples. Stem cell injections are very expensive. I've got a good friend of mine in Australia, in America. His son's autistic, and they've done stem cell injections multiple times in Mexico. 20,000 US dollars a treatment, and it had very, very little effect. A good friend of him, Mike Hernandez, shared X39 with him, and literally within a week, he was swinging on a swing for the first time. Never been able to do that. Within a month, he was riding a Peloton bicycle. Never had the brain cognition to do that either. And I mean, if you look at the cost of normal stem cell injections compared to X39 and 49, it's a drop in the bucket. So there's a retail and a wholesale price. The retail price for X39, X49 is $149.95. The others are $79.95. But why do you want to pay retail if you can pay wholesale? You sign up as a member and you can get X39, X49 for $99.95. All the others vary between $49.95 and $69.95, depending on if you buy more than one. They give you a bit of a discount when you buy in bulk. And I think for what it does, it is pocket money. That's literally how I look at it. If you look at the enrollment kits, there's 5 of them. If you just want 1 month supply and you want to try it, it actually works out a bit more expensive. On the bronze package, they charge a $25 registration fee, which is once off, and then you get it at cost at $99.95 after your first month. That's for one sleeve. I recommend people come in at silver. You save a bit of money. They waiver that $25 registration fee, and you actually save on 2 months shipping as well. So it's about a $40 saving. That's for one person. And then I know you've got at least 90 patches and you can do the protocol. If you want to patch more than one person, I recommend people come in at gold. That's $499.95. That's 5.5 sleeve of X39. Here you start getting free product. They give you a free sleeve of any of the other products to try. That's why you see 5.5 sleeves and 5 sleeves of X39. And that is comfortably for 2 people. If you want to patch your whole family or come out guns blazing and you want to share it with everyone, our diamond package is the highest package. It's $1,600. It's 19 sleeves of X39, getting 3 for free. So it actually brings the cost down to about $84 a sleeve. And that's the cheapest that you could ever get it for. And that's now before shipping and VAT. Now, what I like about LifeWave, you can start at silver, for example, and then decide you want to upgrade to gold because you want more product. And I recommend people do that because you're getting some free product, yeah. And then you just pay the difference and you get the difference in stock. And I think that's really fair. So just a couple highlights on the company. The first thing I asked my business partner when he presented it to me is, how long has the company been around? And at that stage, it was 18 years. And that really excited me because I don't like doing startups. That screams stability. It's a well-oiled machine. It means the manufacturing is taken care of, their distribution and logistics. And then, of course, the people that like sharing this are getting paid. And that for me is very, very important. This is something we have sunk our teeth into, and it's just quite amazing what's happened. Now, before the company launched X39, they had a bunch of products and they were doing about $28 million a year. Then they launched X39 and they 10x their turnover during COVID between 20 and 2022. They actually more than 10x it. And just that should show you that they've got something with X39. The moment they released this company 10x. And this is during a time where many companies was failing. They've just won a prize for growing year on year, 4 years in a row. And if you look at where they were 4 years ago and where they are now, it's been exponential growth, and very few companies on the planet's done that. They've also got a triple A rating, which 3% of the companies in the world achieve. So last year they've done $420 million turnover. It's projected to be $1 billion company by 2025. We can ship this to currently 87 countries. That do add more of them on the list as time goes by. And the big thing for me here is it's patented. Now, the patents for X39 is still valid for 17 years and they will extend them. And what excites me about that is what this can do for people on every level, mentally, physically, and financially. There's nothing in the marketplace that can compete with it. And it's protected by patents. So this isn't better than my vitamin is better than your vitamin, or my shake is better than your shake. What this does is a completely new technology. It's mind blowing, and we protect it by patents, and I love that. It's definitely in a class of its own. So I just want to quickly touch on the business side. I do this very quickly. I do have trainings that goes into a bit more detail of it. Just on the note of LifeWave, what I love about this company, it ticks three very important boxes: physically, mentally, and financially. And it's the only opportunity that I've seen that can tick those three boxes in many years in this space. And the way they've designed it is that I want every person on the call to wear this technology for the rest of your life. And for it to be financially viable, you can share it with a couple of your friends, and then you can use this for the rest of your life. And when I looked at this slide, what is most important in your life? Family, time, freedom, security, travel, better health, less debt. They all screamed at me. And within X39, for the people that would want to share it, it's not required. We can definitely achieve those things here, because I think you'd be surprised to what this can do from a financial perspective. Now, let me touch on that very quickly. The two highlights of the compensation plan is definitely, firstly, the binary. You build two legs. That's binary. It means two. And the core of the money side is going manager and making people managers. And that's as simple as inviting 4 of your friends to a call like this, signing up 2 on the left side and 2 on the right side, and you go manager. Now, a binary is exciting because it's unlimited levels deep. There's no limit how deep the business can go. But the only way a binary can be sustainable is if they limit your earnings. Otherwise, the math wouldn't make sense. So this binary is limited to $25,000 a week. And I love that. I've got 4 friends in America that's maxed their binary. When you max it, it actually stops and you just earn that 25K a week recurring. Now, I know that is not for everybody, but you can earn 25K a week, a month, or 3 years. It depends on you. I love the binary. It's very, very aggressive for the people that go after it, just because it can go unlimited depth. Absolutely love it. Um, Matching bonus, a really big one. This is the unlimited part of the compensation plan. So let's say you've got a friend that you invite and they make $1,000 a week. You get 25% of that. That's a really high percentage. That's $250 a week. If they bring a friend and they make $1,000 a week, you make 20, your friend makes the 25, and that's $200 a week. And this goes 3 tiers deep, and also 20% on the third level, which is big. And I really, really like that. And it's unlimited. You could put 1,000 people in your front line if you wanted to. And I really, really like that. I think it's very aggressive for the people that is going to take the business side of this seriously. So that is pretty much it from me regarding the presentation. I do want to end it with a video of a friend of mine. So it's one thing helping somebody get better. It's a very different thing when you help somebody very close to your heart. So a very, very good friend of mine's mom had a severe stroke in the beginning of May. And she messaged me, we patched her, and it's incredible what's happened. She was in a really bad state. The first week, they didn't want to record her because it was too traumatic. And then I think it was like after a week, they started filming her when she could raise her left arm. She was completely paralyzed on the left side of her body. She couldn't stand up, she couldn't walk. And yeah, I just quickly wanted to show you guys what's been happening to my friend's mom since we've been patching her.
Hi, my name is Lindy, and I just wanted to share my family story with my mom having a severe stroke on the 30th of April, 2024. We booked her into hospital, and on the 3rd of May, they gave us devastating news. Mom had a stroke on the right hemisphere of her brain, leaving her paralyzed on the left side. And on the 4th of May, we decided to start patching mom. And this is our story. So we started taking footage of Mon on the 7th of May. We saw that there's movement in her left arm, and she had incredible movement on her mouth. This is 5 days on the patch, the 8th of May. She's still in hospital. She's reaching higher with her left hand. The arm is lifting so much better. And then we had a bit of quite of a setback. They moved it to the step-down clinic, and we actually didn't tell anybody about the patches in hospital or the doctors. And so we had to be honest with the step-down clinic. And then the doctor said that we can't patch mom until he's looked at everything. So for a couple of days, from the 9th up to the 14th of May, we couldn't patch my mom, but the doctor did come back. And he allowed us to continue with the patching. So this was on Mother's Day, the 12th of May. She was still not back on the patch, but she was in the step-down clinic. There's this video. She's 2 days back on the patch on the 17th of May in the clinic. And here she is walking with the help of one of the nurses. This was quite a big moment for our family. As you can see, she's smiling and she's improving quite a bit. And it's just incredible. This is 5 days on the patch in the clinic, the 19th of May, and the left side of the face is improving so much. 7 days on the patch, the 21st of May, 2024, she's walking with a walker. And 7 days on the patch, this was the evening visit, and she was so alert and her mouth looked perfect. And she's just showing us all her type of exercises that she's busy doing. We are so grateful. And then this was taken this morning, the 28th of May. She's 14 days on the patch now. And she's just showing that she can walk by herself. They are still not allowing this long distances, but I just wanted some footage to show that the recovery is going very well. And we hope that mom will be out of the step-down clinic very soon. And we are looking forward to a full recovery, but I will keep on going with the updates so that everybody can see the progress. We received a wonderful surprise from the therapist this afternoon. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, every time I look at that, I get such a smile on my face because this is a very, very good friend of mine. And I sleep well at night knowing her mom is just getting better and better every day at such a rate that people are just going, what is going on here? And I really feel that it is my obligation to share my story and what we've seen with people, just because of the dramatic results that it could achieve with people. Now, is everyone that had a stroke gonna have that result? Probably not. If we could get those results with everybody within 6 months, I'll still be happy. But that for me is the highlight about LifeWave. Yes, the compensation plan will blow your socks off. It will. But the fact that we can do that for people is absolutely incredible. So, yes, thank you for everyone that's joined us. Thank you, Wesley. You're part of my team. Thank you for joining us. He's also got some friends in Australia that he wants to start plugging into these calls. Very good buddy of mine. We're working closely together. And that for me is the amazing thing with what we're doing. We can help people, really, really help them, and then also make some money in dollars. I mean, I think it's a really good fit. And I think our approach of not hammering on the business side is working great, and I don't want to deviate from that. So yeah, Clint, that's pretty much it from me. Any feedback would be great. Tim, what do you think? What did you like most about what we've shared with you?
Yeah, I think that's just real quickly, Wilson, again, brilliant presentation. And I agree with you 110% that we focus on the product, ease the comp plan, but also kind of, just keep dripping that opportunity, because I think what we all want for ourselves and for each other and for those important to us is the patch for life. And you patch for life by sharing it with a few people. And we're going to work, I've got some really great guys. Hopefully Tim's going to come on board. I've got some other people I work with, and they're good at capture pages and all that kind of stuff. And we'll develop that. But this is about a personal relationship, okay?
Yeah.
Where we tell our personal stories. And if we can touch those who are close to us and they touch those who are close to them, we're talking about impacting thousands and tens of thousands and maybe hundreds of thousands of people over the next 5 to 10 years. And that's what's really powerful. And
Yeah.
can we make a boatload of stupid money? Yeah, but I want to have a combination of health and wealth. And those of us in the network marketing industry, we see that headline all the time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you say it brilliantly, Wilson, that your shake's better than mine. My this is better than yours. Here, there's no competition. And we're fortunate. I know you are, because you have experience, and I am, and Brian and Tim are. We're fortunate because we're all concerned about our health, but it's also that most of our contacts are network marketers. So we don't need to talk to our hairstylist or our bowling buddies or our church friends and try and convince them to tell other people. We want to do that if they get patched. But the beauty is, like my good friend, Tom Haley used to say, we're fishing in a stocked pond here.
Yeah.
Once we tell people about patch, once they get the message, once they get patched and see results,
Yeah.
the light's going to go on, and then I go, wait a minute, I've got a list of people from this program. I'm going to take this pre-written letter and send it to them and invite them to meet Clint and Wilson.
Yeah.
Easy squeezy lemon peasy, folks, from the business side.
Yeah.
So yeah, any thoughts, Brian, before you take off talking for about 2.5 hours? Tim, any thoughts? Any thoughts or comments
I
at all?
have just one little headbender query, which I haven't quite grasped my head around, and it was actually about the purchasing of the product. The silver package is, just to refresh my memory, I think it's $299, right?
Yeah, including shipping and tax, you're probably looking at around $350. That's for 3 months.
Was that 315 or 350?
About $350, including, because in South Africa we're paying 15% tax and $7.50 shipping, and dependent on the country it's cheaper. I know Clint actually pays less tax than me, and his delivery is cheaper, so it depends from country to country. But to land it at your house, let's call it $350.
Okay, so
Brian, it'll probably be less, but just budget that amount of your thing.
yeah, but what my curiosity was that if I start at the silver and then I upgrade to the gold, I only have to pay $200 more. Is that correct? And I get
Yeah.
5 times. I get 2.5 times the product.
Yeah, this is now the cool thing. I love it when people come in at silver because they want to order product in anyway. And when you go from silver to gold, you pay $200, but you're still getting that extra sleeve for free. So it's pretty much like, including shipping and VAT, almost just under $100 saving. But know that you get the difference in stock. So when you came in at silver, you got 3. And when you go to gold, you're going to get 2 sleeves of X39 and any of the other products to try.
Yeah, I know I shouldn't have to worry about finances when it's talking about health, but sadly it's a fact of life. So I'm looking at coming in at a silver, so having 3 sleeves, one for me, one for my wife, and then as we finish that one, we've got half a sleeve each to do our second order, which will be a gold order, which we've just paid $200 an upgrade to gold.
Yeah.
And that'll give us hopefully enough for another 200, and then we'll just carry on at the. I presume the $200 do we each month, or is it another?
Oh, yeah, and so that's Brian. Let me hit that because that's one of the things I want to start training our team on. Is come in at the silver. Brilliant that you're considering it. Okay, and then you need to maintain a purchase of 77 BV. I don't want to get down that road, but that's basically a little more than 1 sleeve, a little less than 1 sleeve. But you buy the silver, and then within 30 days, go buy the gold. So you've taken care of your minimum purchase. Then after that, be very clear. You're talking about a $500 gold. Your minimum purchase to maintain that rank is only 110. That's basically one X39 and one of the other ones. So you're not committing to some stupid $200 or $300 amount. And as I understand it, Wilson, the maximum purchase requirement is only 110, right?
Yeah. So
even
how
up
that
at
works is
presidential.
it's either 2 of any of the other products, which works out a little cheaper, or X39 and one of the other products.
Yeah.
And it
I
stays
think
like
what we
that.
need is
It stays like that throughout all the ranks and all the progression happening on the business side. And I think that's really fair. I mean, ultimately, the people that's going to share this with people need some stock because you want to patch people. Because if you patch people, the patch does the work. You're not really selling it to anyone. So that's the whole idea of that. And I think that's very doable. Any person that looks at the business side, to give you an idea, I got to $100 a week within 3 weeks. And I paid for my product and made money within my first month. And I started at bronze and I worked my way up and I ordered product and I got to gold because I signed up, I think, 14 people. So that's my ultimate goal for any person here. Let's get you cracking on the business side so you can at least fund the cost of the patches, and we can do that quick. It's literally a person on each leg that starts running, and I don't want to go into the nuts and bolts of it.
no, that's all right. Clint and I can thrash that out.
Yeah.
We're good at thrashing these things out, aren't we, Clint?
Exactly.
We've had a couple of years experience. But because he's going to make some videos and sort of write up some preamps, and then we'll just fire them off to my lists and see how we go from that.
Yeah, beautiful.
Listen,
excited to have you put. Yes.
Listen, on the getting started, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I think it's important for people that might be on a little bit of tight budget. Tell us how you got started and where you got the money from.
Well, I borrowed money. You wouldn't believe it. I didn't have a cent of cash to get in here, but I was so bloody excited about it. I went to a friend of mine in Australia. I was like, come, bro, throw some money at me. I'll pay it back to you. I got started. I patched my mom. I was on holiday. So I couldn't really get busy with the business side of it. That was towards the end of December. And then January, I got started. And within 3 weeks, I made enough money to upgrade to gold, and I've had enough orders to actually upgrade to gold. And then from that moment onwards, I haven't been paying for my patches ever. Like I haven't ever paid for them. And now I'm lucky on the business side, my parents aren't paying for theirs, and neither do my step parents. I'm lucky.
Well, that's where we would like to get to, within a very short period of time.
Yeah, and we can help you do that.
That is good. That is good. Okay, well, that's me finished for the night.
Beautiful. Thank you for joining us, my friend. Nice seeing you
And
again.
thank you, and I'll catch up with you later on, Clint. I'm going to head off now. And
Sounds good.
awesome, great presentation, and we'll talk again soon.
Beautiful.
Good, good.
Beautiful.
Okay, mate.
All right,
Talk
yeah,
to you
and
later.
Tim just
Bye.
sent me a private message on the Facebook that he had to drop out. Dinner was on the table, so I'm going to follow up with him, and
Okay,
we'll kind of
fantastic.
go from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it was
Good, well, good.
I'm quite excited to get these day calls going. Because yeah, we're hitting quite a few time zones there, which is incredible. So yeah, our next call is Friday, same time, and then Saturday, 6 o'clock my time. So have a fantastic day there, my buddy. Keep crushing it. Wesley, you too, my blood. Keep crushing it.
But Wilson, on that note, any feedback from the doctors that we wanted to talk to Brian?
No, you guys need to tell me what medications he's on.
Oh,
And
that's right.
exactly
That's right.
and
Okay.
exactly what's wrong with him, and then I can go to George and see if we can't get a doctor to consult with him.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering too if maybe seeing the presentation again and again and again is starting to show him that you
Yeah.
really don't have anything to worry about. Does
Yeah.
he? Should he do it? I wouldn't. You know, if I don't think he needs to, but I don't want to hurt him. I just want to ask one other question. Have you had any very elderly people on the patch? I asked that because my stepmom is 88 in pretty dang good shape. She, gets on the stair stepper and, walks the dog and all that kind of stuff. She's one of these deep dive research people. And so when I was out on my walk, I call her every couple of weeks. I was out on my walk yesterday and we were talking. And at the end of the conversation, I thought, I'm going to tell her about the patch. And she was fascinated. So I'm going to send her some information. But again, have you had any, or do you have any
Buddy,
elderly people?
I don't have any like actual video testimonies of my team of somebody over 80 using it, but we've had many clients in the 90s in the whole network using it. Just with any older person or fragile person, in general, start them off slow. Start them 6 hours a day for the first week, build them up slowly. You don't want to trigger a detox, and if you like buy a whole bunch of patches and stick them with like 5 of them in one shot, you might like trigger a crazy detox. So take it slow, get them gradually on that 10 to 12 hour cycle within the first month, and there shouldn't be any problems. Buddy, you can stick this thing on a newborn baby or a 100-year-old person. It doesn't matter. It's just the approach of it,
Question on the short one. So when you do 6 hours, do you toss that patch or do you use that patch? Should you use that patch again? Since it was only on for 6 hours.
Buddy, the compliant answer is throw it away. The South African answer is don't ever throw away a patch, use the things again. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. I've had quite drama in America because I'm telling people to reuse patches, but I don't care. My intention is to help people. In South Africa, we're seeing people using patches even 3 times. I mean, if you're only using it for 6 hours, if you can take it off and then stick it onto maybe a piece of plastic or something so it doesn't stuff with the adhesive, like you can use like a little bank bag for coins or something like that, stick it on there. What I recommend, if people are going to reuse the patch, I wouldn't reuse it more than once. That's just me. So like use it twice. Still, I've seen people put third-hand patches on their pets and saw results. And if you're going to stick it on a second time, make sure that you do it with a Band-Aid or something that's going to keep it in place, because it might not stick that well. But in my parents' cases, they've not been doing that. So it depends on how
Remember
you treat it when you take it off,
A couple of months ago, as you recall, I was still having knee problems. And so we talked about saving the patch and putting the one-use patch on my knee.
Yeah.
And, it seemed to work, whatever. And then it kept falling off. I didn't have Band-Aids. I don't need it now because my knees don't hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, there's another concrete evidence, because I vividly remember 2 months ago talking to you about that.
Yeah.
And, geez, it sticks sometimes, it doesn't. Well, use a Band-Aid. Okay. I don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
So it just,
Yeah.
just amazing. Anyway,
Yeah.
I appreciate your time. Wesley, good to meet you, kind of.
Much love there, my friend. Have a fantastic day. I've got a couple errands to run, so if you guys need me, I have my phone on me, but I'm not going to be in front of my computer. But excited for our meeting Friday. Let's get some people in the call there, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Have a great day.
Oh,
Cheers, bye-bye.
thanks, man.